Hello everyone. In this video, we will learn about a serial monitor on a Blockzie software. So, in this video, we will see the introduction of a serial monitor. What is a serial monitor? What you will need to use the serial monitor, and what are the functions available in a serial monitor. So, first of all, a serial monitor is basically used to read the data, or basically, or we can say that it will use to represent the graphics of our data. As you can see in the image, we have some data like 266 here, and the graphical representation of this data is here. So in previous video, we will see analog read function. So you have to learn first of all what is analog and digital difference. So uh, we know that a digital pin is or a digital transmission is always work on two states. The one is a high and another one is a low. But in analog, it will vary between certain values. That here we can see that at this point the value is 0, and at this point when it's rising the graph, the value will change to a certain height, or we can say certain point, and then it will uh, run towards a down, right? So it will vary between two positive and a negative values. So we need to, whenever we need to read our analog pins or analog function, or we can say analog devices and data of that analog devices, we need to operate the serial monitor. So now I hope you will understand the basic scenario of a serial monitor. Let's move forward with the introduction. So, serial monitor in Arduino, there are two serial monitor, right? First is in Arduino, and second one is on in our Blockzie software. So, in Arduino, serial monitor is used for debugging and interfacing with the Arduino code via computer keyboard. Yes, so here, what is a debugging? Debugging is actually a process where we can find our bugs, or we can find our errors that actually generated in our code. So serial monitor, if we can write some print functions in a serial monitor, we can decode that when what is the error, or when our compiler is not able to read our code. The second one is a troubleshooting a tool, vital for identifying error by displaying a key variable and detecting unexpected code outcomes. The third one is a communication interface, facilitate data exchange between Arduino and computer via USB connection. And the last one is a serial communication. So by using a serial monitor, utilize a transmission line like TX and RX, which is mentioned as a transmitter and a receiver for sending and receiving a data between Arduino board, computer, or other peripheral devices. So here you can see that here in a first display we have a code, and in another display we have a serial monitor. So in a first display we have a code with the serial print, and in this serial print we can print some lines, the engineering projects, and uh, in serial monitor we can see the output of this code as a normal text. So now you can I hope you can learn that what is a serial monitor, what is the basic concept of the serial monitor. Let's see what is a serial monitor. So what is a range serial monitor? So a display window communicating Arduino input or output data via serial communication. Shows Arduino data on a computer monitor. Also accept the user's input for Arduino interaction. Used for various purpose like a minus, calculators, and interactive action based on a user input. Opened when Arduino is connected via USB cable accessible in a Blockzie. Choose the same baud rate program in Arduino for a communication. Utilize a USB to serial adapters for additional serial ports connecting our transmitting and the receiving line and the receiving to our transmitting line along with the shared ground. Yes, we will connect our transmitting line to our receiving line with another device, and same it will connect as a vice versa. Let's see what you will need to use the serial communication. So basically, we need Arduino no microcontroller board, USB A to B type cable, obviously a laptop or a computer, and our Blockzie software. Let's see the functions of the serial monitor. Here, you can see in a top right corner, we have a symbol like a magnifying glass, and the written text is a serial monitor. Let's see a basic code uh, that we can use our serial monitor. So let's start with the first block, which is a Arduino begin. Here we can set up our serial monitor and set up the pin where we can read our data. So first of all, we have to serial begin baud rate. Baud rate is actually a uh, speed of data transmission and a and a receiving process. So in the data transmission, the basic speed is always measured in a beat per second. So we first of all we need to our set our baud rate. So here we are setting our baud rate is 9600. It means 9600 bits are transmitted or is communicating between those two devices which are computer and microcontroller board. So 9600 bits are transmitting per second in this communication method. Then the next block is we are setting the digital pin 8 to the mode output. And now we can write the forever by using a forever loop, our loop function. So here we are setting the condition if the serial data length is greater than 0, then the variable data is setting to a serial read data which are actually taken from the serial monitor, and print let's print the that data variable to our serial monitor. And in this condition we are putting actually a two condition: if the data is equal to 1 and if the data is equal to 0. Whenever the data function data variable is equal to a 1, then setting our digital pin to a high, and LED on message will be print on a serial monitor. And let's talk about another condition, which is a data is equal to a 0. So whenever the data variable is equal to a 0, then setting our digital pin 8 it to a high, and printing the message LED is off. So here are the some code explanations. Actually, a baud rate definition. Let's see a baud rate definition as I mentioned below. Actually, so set the communication speed as I mentioned is by default 9600, but also we can use of 4800, and one another number is a 115200. So by default, we normally use these three types of a baud rate. First of all is a 4800, 9600, and 115200. Yes, it's actually a speed of the data transmission in a serial communication with these devices, and we have to set our baud rate whenever we need to use the serial monitor. First of all, we need to set the baud rate in a setup function in our programming. Let's see a data printing. So It will print characters, strings, or a number in a human readable form to a serial port. Yes. Here you can see a serial print 78, serial print 1.2345, serial print N, which is a character, serial print hello world, which is actually a sentence. So we can use this kind of a data by using a serial print function and in our serial monitor. Available bytes check. Retrieving the count of incoming bytes available in the serial receiver buffer. Yes, here we are using if the serial available data length is greater than 0, it means whenever the length of the data is greater than 0 byte, then the compiler is go through this function and activate some inner commands uh, by using this serial monitor. So here initialize a serial communication to a 9600 baud rate and check for available data. If data is exist, then trigger an action. For example, as we can see already, LED is glow on the pin number 30. So pin number 30 is a by default inbuilt LED in our microcontroller. So here we can operate our here we are actually operating our by default inbuilt LED which are connected to a pin number 13 by using a serial monitor data. Whenever the received data on a serial monitor is greater than 0, then LED will turn on and turn off and vice versa whenever the condition is satisfied. So in this video, we seen what is a serial monitor, how to use it, what are the function, and how to debug our program, and how can we operate the serial monitor by using the Blockzie software. Thank you.